Hello, I'm Stephen Cooley, and welcome to Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. On today's show, I'm very excited to have Tyler on my show. As most of you know who've watched the show in the past, Tyler is on the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Group's team and doing an amazing job representing sellers and buyers out there in the marketplace. And today, we wanted to bring a topic to our homeowners, and especially if you're thinking about selling your home, and talking about the traditional method of going with a traditional company like the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Group at Keller Williams, or going with a discount or reduced fee brokerage.
Right.
And kind of what the differences are there, Tyler. So let's talk about that.
Well, first of all, we are full service. We've got a team of 27 people, all dedicated to doing their one thing very, very well.
Absolutely.
And that starts out with coming out to preview your home and listing it, taking pictures, putting a sign in the yard, putting it on the multiple listing service and broadcasting it to the world.
Absolutely.
And then once we bring you an offer, it would then go to the closing department where Paula and Kim and Crystal would take amazing care of you and just move you smoothly through the transaction with full service, full representation.
Absolutely, and in getting it on the market and saturating it on the internet, and also even the TV show that we're on today, if you don't get it out everywhere, you may have missed the buyer that would have paid the most for the home under the best terms. And most of the discount, lower fee brokerages just put it on MLS and they're done. And so the advertising, as we know, when the phone rings and leads come in on the internet, those buyers are obtained from marketing the home. And so the people who are going with the reduced fees companies are getting very limited marketing,
Right.
and that marketing attracts the buyer that could pay the absolute most for the home. And wouldn't it be bad to save a little bit up front to cost you tens of thousands of dollars?
Double or triple what you think you're saving.
Because you missed the buyer who would have paid the most from the limited marketing.
Exactly, and on top of that, a way it could cost you double or triple what you think you're saving, you're just not getting any representation. Are you familiar with all those pages of the contract?
Right.
Are you familiar with all of those terms in the contract? Do you know what works best for you? Who's looking out for your best interest? That's my question.
Right, because in our industry now, it's either you're representing the buyer or the seller. And if the seller has limited low representation, a lot of these discount brokerages actually don't represent the seller. They're just putting the home in MLS. So buyer's agents are calling the seller and dealing with the seller direct. So not only is the seller just dealing maybe an innocent seller dealing with an innocent buyer, now you've got the seller up against a trained, licensed, successful buyer's agent. And a lot of times, and that buyer's agent is representing the buyer only, not only in the offer price, but the terms of the contract, when inspections come in and the repairs. And so you've got that innocent seller out there with nobody to guide them or help them through this entire process, and they're just saving such a little bit that the buyer's agent is probably in negotiating for the buyer, and then the terms of the 12-page contract probably costing the seller tens of thousands of dollars.
And those sellers that have listed with a discount broker, they may have agreed to pay the buyer's agent to bring the buyer. So in essence, they've paid to have someone
They paid half the commission.
to argue against them, to work against them.
Correct. So they're paying a fee to the discount brokerage. They're paying the buyer's agent's full fee, and you're paying that buyer's agent to work against you and get the buyer a better deal in price, terms, condition, repairs, closings, and everything. And so that is a very complicated 12-page contract in the state of South Carolina, and every word of it every paragraph of it can be tailored to help the buyer out or the seller out. And so if you've got no representation as a seller, you've possibly not gotten the best buyer because of limited marketing. And then you've got a buyer's agent representing the buyer dealing directly with you, with no seller representation. So in doing the business, Tyler, 29 years, I still can't get my mind around why a seller would choose to save a little bit up front that would cost them, again, possibly tens of thousands of dollars on the back end.
I don't understand it either. I don't know why you wouldn't want to have the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Group represent you with the 29 years experience that you've got and shared with all of us on the team. It boggles my mind.
Absolutely, because in real estate, I always say it's kind of like flying a plane. you got to hope for the best and prepare for the worst. And so we've been through 10,000 plus transactions on the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Group. We've got 27 trained professionals, all dedicated to each seller. And then we're part of the huge Keller Williams brand and franchise, and they're the largest real estate company in North America now. So we've got all that backing to make sure that the transaction goes well. And when you do hit turbulence and bumps, and you want to know that someone's very experienced at the wheel to get you through the process and get you the process correctly. We have sellers under contract now getting more than list price. We've got sellers under contract now with cash buyers, and we would not have found those buyers if we had not had huge marketing. We have a $300,000 marketing budget on the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Group that we spend yearly on marketing the real estate that our sellers entrust us with. And we don't do that for just the fun of it. That goes out and crawls through the internet and through the viewing audience on TV and everywhere else, and it finds the highest and best buyer. So,
and if we don't get you the result that you want,
you pay us nothing.
You pay us nothing.
Absolutely. So understanding our seller goals are very important also, and their motivation. We have sellers on the market who want top dollar. We have sellers that just want to get moved. And so you got to really go deep with the seller and understand what their goals are, because I've always seen it this way. Tyler, when a seller hires us to sell their home, they're our boss. Now, we don't need them to teach us real estate, but they are our boss from the listing agreement. We are working for them, and we need to know their goals in getting the home sold and under what terms would be best suited for them. Does the seller want to move? What repairs is the seller willing to make? And what price is the seller willing to take to move on with their lives? Exactly. So we go deep with our sellers and all. And it's been an honor to represent the folks in upstate South Carolina, South Charlotte, and making sure that we've given them great representation over the last 29 years and 29 years to come.
Oh yes, more than that, I think.
Tyler, if people are interested in putting their home on the market or seeing one of the homes here on the show, let's tell them how to reach you.
You can reach me at 803-985-1240 or online at tyler.stephencooley.com, or you can email me at tyler@stephencooley.com.
Great information on the show today, Tyler. We've got beautiful homes for sale in your area. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back. I hope you've enjoyed watching the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. If you're interested in advertising your business on the program, please give us a call at 803-326-2777. Join us next week for more discussions on real estate topics and help in finding your perfect home. Thanks for watching.